It's a special episode and segment of Vega 411. Tonight, we have none other than writer, producer, and actress, Georgetta Buggs. Georgetta Buggs is here to talk about her first ever web series called Senior Living. I had the chance to sit down with Georgetta Buggs to talk about this amazing web series on the creation, the production, the actors, and especially the message that it entails on this show called Senior Living. It's going to be an amazing, amazing show, and I hope you guys are ready for an amazing ride because this is Vega 411. What's going on? Senior Living. Welcome, Georgetta Buggs. This is Vega 411, a whole special.
Yes.
I'm really excited.
Me too.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
To the show, even though I came in your place.
It's okay.
I'm
here.
excited. We finally did it.
We did it. We made it. It's the series is coming out
March 13th.
March 13th next week. And
Yes.
hopefully, we get a good amount of people invested to want a season 2. And then, put out another casting call and just make magic happen, baby.
It's going to make magic happen.
Make
I'm so
magic
excited
happen.
to be here,
Mm-hmm.
being a host on this show because we've worked before
We worked before.
on the Senior Living for all that many months, which was during COVID season.
Yes.
So,
Which
but we're
wasn't
gonna-
easy.
It wasn't easy. And can we just let's show the people?
Senior Living, he got the cards.
We got the Senior
He
Living
surprised
cards.
me with the cards.
Now, you know I always have the cute cards on Big 4, but for
Yes.
this special,
It was nice. I love that.
it's for this. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Me too.
But Georgetta, we're going to get into Senior Living
Okay.
in a minute. But
Okay.
the people don't know who you are.
Yes.
So people want to know, what do you do?
Mhm.
And tell us your start as an actress.
Okay, well, I grew up in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm originally from New York, but I rep Orange Mound, Memphis, Tennessee all day, every day. I started acting when I was 12 years old. My maternal grandmother, which is my mom's mom, she thought that I was really animated, and she was like, oh, let's put her in some acting lessons. And my mom, kind of being the mother that she is, she was like, oh, I don't want to get her involved in acting because, the stigma behind acting and, acting young and you grow into this, I don't want to say too much on that. But so I was 12 years old and I just remember begging my mother to let me sign up for just some acting classes. Because I did shows in school, elementary school. But I was like, I really want to do this, Mom. Let me do it. So shout out to Memphis Black Arts Alliance in Memphis, Tennessee, in South Memphis.
Shout outs.
Yes, Miss Benny West gave me the opportunity to act under Miss Naomi Moody. She was my first acting teacher, and I just remember going in there, and the first exercise was, okay, what you're going to do is, you're going to stand in the middle of the room, you're going to say your name, your age, and what grade you're in.
Oh, wow.
So I went to the center, and I was like, my name is Georgetta Buggs, I'm in 7th grade, and I'm 12 years old. The first thing she says was, slow down! And so that
Enthusiastic young girl at that age.
So that taught me to just really pace myself and make sure that, my name is heard. I got my degree. I felt like I've done everything that I could do while I was in Memphis in terms of the training, networking, kind of getting my name out there.
Right.
And I left. And so I'm here now.
And look at you now, creating your own web series in New York. But why a web series?
I felt like that was an opportunity to get my feet wet in terms of learning the different elements of, the auditioning process and learning the different elements of directing and writing and kind of putting my vision together and just having actors of like-mindedness come together and just film. So I think that was the easiest step for me to do the web series first and then move on to feature films, short films, and more directing. So this was the perfect opportunity for me to do it.
So because you wanted to do a web series, now the thing is we love web series. I love a web series, but it's so time consuming.
It's
and
very
you have to be
time-consuming.
consistent on each episode.
Yes, you do. I think because of the team I had, it was a very feasible process. Just working with, again, like-minded people such as yourself and the editor, like everyone just helped me in that element, so I wasn't overwhelmed to do it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And with the web series, for me it was easier because I had more time to kind of pinpoint one episode and kind of get together, like you said, the character development, the right actors, besides like compared to a short film, it's like, okay, we need this and this right then and there. So I feel like, yeah, it is more time consuming, but it's more feasible as well compared to like trying to do a short film or a feature film.
I gotta tend back to my job. I'm gonna go get Miss Agatha. Put some lotion on while you at it.
Oh,
Mrs. Agatha! Get your ass ready, girl!
Ooh, I hate this place. The A's are terrible, the food is nasty, and the play movie's too goddamn loud.
Well, Mary, at least you're on them side of the earth, huh?
Yeah, but what good is it when I'm suffering? I'm doing more suffering here alive than being dead. But hey, that's just me.
So you have a lot of great actors in Senior Living. You have Fabian Sedano as Christian the Nurse Aide, Tony Ryan as Mary, Bobby Owens as Cornelia, and the one and only Love at First Night's Ronetta, who's playing Agatha.
Ronnie, yes.
Yes, Ronnie. I had a great time working with all of them.
I did too.
But my question is, was you specific on the casting when you was creating the show? And what was it about these specific actors that they kind of won your heart?
Well, I was very specific about the casting because I wanted somebody to have a Southern accent because Senior Living is basically based out of Tennessee. And so with Ronnie, who is Ronetta, who is originally from Alabama, she already had it. With Tony, she's just a phenomenal actress as is, so it was like nothing to her. And Miss Bobby Owens, like the legend herself, is
Bobby,
like that's like self, explanatory with her. Like she's just a very dynamic actress. Fabian, like I remember him telling me, because he's from Brooklyn, so he had to
Lil' Kim vibes,
right? So he had to do his research in terms of like having that like Southern accent. So like every one of them just blew me away. I just really was pinpointing, I want funny and I want a Southern accent. If you can give me these two, then I can definitely work with you. And Tony, right off the bat, as soon as I saw her self-tape, I was almost in tears because of how funny she is. Like
she's really good.
Yeah, she's really good. Yeah. And same with Ronnie. Like I saw hers and I was like, man, she has this accent down packed. And I was like, oh, she's from the South. So I said, I have to put her on the show.
And I even seen her on the Love at First Night. And that's how I was like, oh, she submitted. And I was like, let's go get her on.
Yes, exactly.
It was really good.
And these actors were very well put together, easy to work with, took direction very well. And that's something that I look for, like, as a director, is like, leave all of what you have behind and come to set and just knock
and
it
just
out
do
the
it.
park. Yeah. And that's what they did.
Before we even get into that, Senior Living, what is it about? So people who just tuned into the interview, what is it about? So people could know with fresh eyes.
Okay, so Senior Living is based out of a senior living home. And it's basically about the seniors who live there, the different stories, and the different connections that they have with the nursing aide, which is Fabian, but his character is Christian. And so basically it's about morals, because we talk about love, we talk about acceptance, we talk about the different dynamics of what's wrong and right, we talk about forgiveness. So Senior Living also has a lot of morals into the episodes.
Right.
So basically that's what it is, about senior living, reflecting back on their life, how they got into the senior home, what they've been through, how to heal from it, how to move forward. And so
well, we got more with you, Georgetta, because we still got more episode 2 and 3 to talk about.
Yes,
so I'm excited. We can't wait. We'll be right back.
Do you have any idea how difficult this is for me? Do you have any idea what would happen if people found out that my husband is attracted to the help, let alone a man? You let a dirty man into our bed!
Don't you dare talk about him!
You are never to see that man ever again. He will not be allowed on my parents' property for as long as I live. I swear, Tim, if I see you with that man again, I'm gonna tell. That's right, I'm gonna tell everyone and I'm gonna leave you, Tim. I swear I'm gonna leave you.
No, I'm sorry. I will. I'll get the help. I'm a sick man, Sarah. I'm so sick. I'm so sorry, but I love you so much. I'm gonna get the help, okay? I'm very sick. I promise you, I'm gonna get help.
Let's talk about this specific episode, which is titled Old Flame, New Beginnings. Now, you decided to tackle LGBT, but not only LGBT, but also a time where LGBT was not accepted. Can you tell the audience a little bit about that episode?
That, like I said, was probably the most difficult because of how the actors perceived the characters. It was a lot of questions. It was a lot of, I felt like, for the actors to be digging, because it's set back in the 1950s, and as you stated, being gay was not as accepted, or just accepted in general. And it's a flashback scene about...
Which most of the episodes are. They're all flashbacks.
Yeah, most of them, all of them are flashbacks. And it's basically about a young married couple, Caucasian, who the husband is involved with...
The help?
No.
I mean, in the script.
Yeah. So the young husband is romantically involved with a man. And so we showed the dynamics, in my opinion, of kind of fighting who you are, because again, it wasn't accepted. And so it's just pretty much kind of, you have that headspace of, do I be comfortable, but I'm also going to be hated in the community.
Especially in the 1950s.
Or do I stay in a marriage where I'm just unhappy? So that to me was just tough. And I got the idea from a story that somebody was telling me, and how they kind of went through that. Back in the 1950s, they were married, they had kids, but he wasn't happy because he was seeing somebody who worked for the family. And yeah, I mean, that's just...
That must have been very heavy, because especially like you probably have friends who are LGBT folks, I'm not one of them.
Okay.
But
Listen.
I mean messy. Okay. But based on hearing stories and trying to go into the history of things, you really tackled something that was a little bit very deep.
It was very deep. And I think
it was very character driven than episode 1 and 2, right?
Yeah.
So that was kind of interesting to see that. Was you afraid that it wasn't going to be perceived right because it was so character driven?
Because I never want to tackle or offend any group. And so with this, I had to be very delicate, very careful. I had to ask people, does this come off offensive? I had to ask people, does this make sense? Because, I really wanted them to get the feel of all the elements that I wrote into it, which again, acceptance, love, forgiveness, betrayal, like, can we find a common ground of who we are as people? And I really want like the audience to watch this and see and get a sense of acceptance within their own race, within their own self, right. Within their own, however they identify. So I really wanted to highlight that, as well as, highlight love.
For you, my love.
Eduardo, you didn't have to do this.
No, I wanted to. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope things have been good.
They have. But we can't keep doing this, right? Lord knows what's gonna happen if we get caught.
Does mean I should go?
Yes. We should just go our separate ways and live life the correct way.
What's the correct way? Lying?
We have to do the right thing. You know that this ain't right.
Tim, let me just say this before I walk out of your life and never see you again. I love you. Now, I don't know what that means to our future, but I know this is right. It feels good to see you. It feels right to love you. Now, if you really want me to leave, then...
No,
then-
don't go. I don't want you to go.
Then let's work something out.
Just come with me.
Okay, so Georgetta, you chose 3 episodes because you wanted it to be only a mini-series and see how the audience react to it, right?
Exactly, yes.
During the process, you had a little bit of ups and downs with the castings and the switcheroos and also choosing from episode 3 to episode 2. Now, and specifically in that one, I think episode 2 became episode 3.
Correct.
And then episode 3 became episode 2.
Right.
What was the confusion? Why did you change it?
I felt like episode 2, which was pretty much about Tim and Sarah, who were a married couple and another person was involved. I felt like that was a better season finale than the episode that I currently was doing as episode 3.
Right.
Because I feel like with that episode, people would really want to see more. Like, what is the next episode? Because I feel like 1 to 3, it just kind of keeps getting better and better.
Especially with the comedic timing.
Yeah,
Of course, the
exactly.
storylines.
The storyline, episode 1 and 2, because I did switch them, is more about comedy. But
Hello, hon. How are you? Thank you so much for dropping by.
Oh, you're welcome. Anything for you. Wow. That jacket looks like it cost a pretty penny.
It did. I got it at the Goldsmiths downtown. Yeah, it's like ever since Selma's Avon, I've been able to get a lot of high quality, expensive things lately. Anyway, come join us.
When you finally got on the finale shooting, which was back in December,
I have to film this.
we have a clip of that. We'll show that in the show. When you got to that point,
ladies and gentlemen,
what was going through your head? You was like, oh my God, it's the finale. We've just been doing this since August 29, and now it's December, and we finished it.
Yeah.
How did you feel?
It was a lot of different emotions. It was a sense of relief because, now it's done. It was a sense of sadness because I really enjoyed working with everyone and enjoyed the different chemistries of the characters.
I enjoyed those brownies that Fabian made. I don't have them no more. Where's those brownies and that mac and cheese? I ain't gonna get that anymore. We ate.
I told you.
We ate on that finale.
Good. I did.
I ain't gonna get that
I
no
remember
more.
I text everyone. I said, "What are you bringing?" Because I'm not catering.
Now we love those potatoes, Georgetta.
Yes,
Georgetta could
potatoes.
cook down on breakfast. Every time we was filming, she was cooking the house down, making sure that we were all fed. One of the characters that really caught my attention was the Martha one, and you know how much I feel about Martha, how much I love Martha. And also Fabian's character too, Christian. Because originally you wanted me to play the nurse, but I was in the spirit of giving, and I decided to, say, you know what, I needed to give it to somebody who really needs it. So I decided to give it to somebody who I knew who could deliver the comedy chops. Because it would have been easily funny for me to play that role, but I was like, I'm gonna give it to somebody else because I said, somebody can really take it at the ballpark, and it would be something interesting for me to see it behind the camera. So it was very different to see that, and everybody played their part, their role, and it gets better from there. Want to see more of Vega 411? Just go to www.youtube.com/Vega411 What's Going On and catch up on all the latest past episodes from special guests,
struggling musicians who they know what it was to be poor, they know what it was to have and not have,
live performances,
You want me to give up, but I don't give a fuck. Baby, break a sweat, break a sweat. Baby, break a sweat. Don't get tired yet. I could fall in love with you.
and so much more. Vega 411 is available on all social sites. Follow right below. What do you want people to take from senior living? Aside from the potatoes.
I want people.
You gotta try Georgetta's potatoes. I'm telling you, those potatoes are good. No, but what do you want people to take away?
I want people to take away laughter. I want people to see themselves in one of the characters, because like I said, I feel like it's very universal. Most of the episodes are very relatable, in terms of there's been people who've been cheated on, there's been people who've stolen, there's been people who had to forgive people, there's been people who've, you know, been in love and it didn't work out because of X, Y, and Z. So I really want the audience, whoever watches it, to relate to one of those characters, because I really do believe that, me personally, I can relate to some of them, and I know you can too, as well as the actors who kind of help
really touch their hearts and
create this masterpiece of, you know, I may not be able to relate to my character so much, but I can definitely relate to this.
Well, you are 50 years younger than all of them.
I am.
So you would never relate to none of them because they're older characters.
You know, black don't crack. I can't
They
give
don't.
the age.
They don't. It's the melanin. For closing statements, can we give the shout outs to everybody who was involved of the series, from the actors as well as the producers and everybody involved, and anything that you want to say to the audience who is going to watch Senior Living that you want them to take from this show? And you can say it to that camera.
Oh, okay. Hi. I really appreciate all the actors, as well as the people behind the scenes, Dante, Jerry, Jesse, for believing in my vision, helping me make this script into a reality for me, and just giving me that push that I need. And thank the actors. Every single actor who I've worked with was absolutely phenomenal. I do not have any complaints over anyone, from Bobby Owens, Ronetta, Tony, Fabian, Gina. We didn't talk about Gina. Savea, thank you for coming forward and helping me. Kate, Frank, Hernando, Andres. Thank you guys so much for just believing in me and taking the time out to just come and help me with my show. Aluwa Tosin, who is my roommate, thank you so much for helping us display your artwork that you'll see in the show. I don't want to miss anybody.
The cooking.
Oh, and thank you guys for enjoying my cooking.
Every time we were filming, but now we filmed a lot.
Yes, we did. Thank you to Tangi for showing up and really
bringing in those bell bottoms. I love those bell bottoms.
Yes, the 70s
and that
look
wig. That was good.
The 70s look that she gave, absolutely amazing. Ms. Rose, who is Gina's mother, thank you for allowing your daughter to come in our space and help out. And Jonique Edwards, thank you so much for just killing it on the scene. And yeah, hold on, I'm making sure I got everybody.
I think we got everybody.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we did.
Oh no, we didn't. Julia.
Oh my God, Julia. Yes.
Thank you, Julia.
Cooper.
For...
Tim. I just came back from the store.
And thank you for giving
that
me...
scene was everything.
Yes, thank you for sending me the film festival stuff. I really appreciate that. And I believe that is it.
That is it?
Dante!
We love Dante.
Dante, hello somebody. Dante,
what can they take away? Real quick.
From the show?
Yeah, from the show.
You guys can take away the power of moving forward with your life, following your dreams, and being that legend. Because I feel like everyone is a legend in their own way. So
yes,
you can definitely take that away. And laughter and acceptance, motivation, forgiveness, which is a huge one. And just being yourself. I think that's the main thing to focus on in the series, is being yourself, loving yourself, and finding yourself.
Well, thank you, Georgetta, for coming on the show.
Yes,
we did it.
We did it, Joe.
I'm excited. So you already know March 13, 2021 is Senior Living at Bugs World Entertainment. You can catch Georgetta on all social platforms. That is on Instagram, which is GGJetta.
No, baby. My Instagram
Chantilly Bug. It's Chantilly Bug. CHANTILLYBUG. And Twitter is Jetta.
Jetta,
Which is Jetta.
Which is GETTA together. Jetta.
Make sure you catch on all of that. And tell us your comments. Tell us your concerns. What do you like? What do you dislike? What was your favorite character? Why? And we would love to hopefully maybe do another one of these and talk to some of the actors who are involved in it. Well, this is Vega 411, and this is a special for Senior Living. I hate this place. Bye, guys.